Lone Star Gridiron is looking for interns. Over the years, we have helped dozens of students get jobs in sports media. If you want to shortcut your path to a career in sports media, click on the internship link on LoneStarGridiron.com. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Heath Clawson from Woodville now. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well. Thanks, Chris.
Cool.
Thanks for having me on.
Talk about that transition over to Woodville.
It's been really good. Everybody has been very welcoming out there, and it's something that's, my family and I are really appreciative of. And, the kids, when you have a coaching change, you're not sure how they're going to react. Yeah. And especially from, Coach Robinson been there for a long time, and the kids have been really accepting of me and the new coaches, and they're hungry to go back to state and all that kind of stuff. And so it's been a really good, smooth transition. The administration has been phenomenal, it's been really good.
And what was the attraction for you for that job?
There was a couple of things that kind of stood out. Obviously, they had a lot of success last year, and they've had some success over the last several years. So there's definitely some talent there. So that was an attraction. And then, kind of a funny thing, my cousin works for Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and he took the manager job for that branch out there in Woodville several years ago and lived there for about 4 years. And he told me, he said, man, that's the best place I ever lived. He said the people were phenomenal, loved the community, and just kind of everything about it, and I said, okay, well, I'll take a look at this thing, and so I guess good Lord kind of, made it work out for us to go out there. So, it was a place that when the job opened, I thought, well, that's interesting, that it's open, but I didn't really think a whole lot of it until I got a phone call, and then we started talking a little bit. So turned out to be a good deal for us.
Well, you mentioned they had a good team and they have talent. What's coming back?
Well, we do have some talent coming back, but we also have some question marks. Usually whenever you have the success that they did, that you typically have some seniors that were pretty dang good football players, and they had a big senior class that had a lot of talent in it. So we've got some holes to fill, but we've got some talent coming up. Our offensive line is going to be 5 new starters, so that's definitely a big piece that we have to figure out. And we've got some really good, talented young guys, and I think that they're gonna get thrown in the fire, so they're gonna have to grow up fast. But I think they're up for the challenge. Defensively, they had a really good defense, obviously, and most of those guys are gone. But some of those kids that were backing them up, they're very talented. And so once they kind of get their feet wet and realize that they're the guys, they're not just kind of role players, they're the guys that are going to be in there most of our plays, and everything that we're doing, they're going to be a big part of. Once they figure that out, I think they'll be okay. So it's good to have talent, but we have a little inexperienced talent right now. So hopefully they can grow up and figure it out, whenever it starts getting real serious.
Nice. And you haven't been there long enough to create your own schedule. You inherited a schedule. Let's talk about pre-district. What do you see?
Well, I see some good matchups. They're gonna kind of let us know who we are and let us know some things that we need to find out early on, and what we need to work on to improve to have a chance to make a run again. And our quarterback is obviously really talented, and he's going to be a junior, and having that experience of playing 16 games and going to the state championship is going to be really good for him and our team. And then all our receivers are back. So that's a big thing, and they're going to have to carry us, I know. But we have a really good running back too, who was kind of the number 2 guy last year. But I think he had over 1,200 yards, and so he's pretty experienced as well. And so at the skill position on offense, I feel really good about what we can do. And so that's going to be kind of what we're figuring out in those first few games until we get into district. And there's a couple of teams in there I know that are really going to give us a good challenge that is going to kind of tell us what we need to know as we head into the meat of the schedule.
So let's talk about district. What do you know about this district? What experience do you have, or how much research have you had time to do?
Well, I haven't had a ton of experience with any of those teams other than what I've heard and seen here and there. And obviously Newton is kind of been the big dog, and I know I saw somewhere they won 40-something district games in a row or something, and obviously they're very talented, and I know they're still very talented. They just kind of seem to reload each year, and so they're the ones I know everybody's kind of having to chase, and even though Woodville was able to make it to the state championship last year, they still lost to Newton in district, and so that's going to be one of those red letter games. Everybody's got circled, and so but they're the big dogs. The rest of the district, I know, they've got some talented teams as well that we're going to have to be ready to play every week, and so I've done a little bit of research, but not getting too far ahead of ourselves, and just trying to get things kind of our system in place right now. So, but when we get there, I know the kids will be ready to play.
I love it. We're going to do the lightning round now.
Sure.
2 words. You tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Willie Nelson or George Strait?
George Strait.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Hoodie or polo?
Hoodie.
Buc-ee's or Whataburger?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Gosh. I'm going to have to go Buc-ee's.
Okay. Ribs or brisket?
Another tough one. Ribs.
All right, we're staying with food. Queso or salsa?
Oh, man, you guys are making this tough. Gosh, if you're not making me pick both, I tell you what, that's tough. Man, I'm going to go queso.
Nice. Yeah. Coach Prime, Coach Saban?
Coach Saban.
Cowboys or Texans?
And Cowboys.
Longhorns or Aggies?
Man, you're trying to get some people, splitting sides on me here,
right.
So I'm gonna have to go UT.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who's the politicians in the group.
I got you.
Nice. So talking about this one's going to be another one. Talking about Texas high school football coaches across the state, which one across the field is the most intimidation, or who is like the most prepared that you would be worried about facing?
Oh man, there's so many good coaches across the state, man. I picking one is there's so many going through my head right now, and I'd probably be a little biased saying that he's not coaching anymore, but I got to work for Coach Buchanan in Aledo, and he did a great job, and I enjoyed working for him and learned a lot. And if he was still coaching and faced me on the other side, I'd be a little worried. So.
Right, I love it. Out of your current staff, which coach is the funniest?
The funniest?
Yeah.
Man, right now I'd probably have to go with Coach Mayo. He's my offensive coordinator, and he's got some great sayings that he pulls out at different times, and everybody gets a big kick out of it. So I'd have to go with Coach Mayo.
Nice, I love it. Well, Coach Clawson, gosh, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me, and best of luck this season.
Thank you. We're excited, and I know there's high expectations that I wouldn't want it any other way. We're going to be ready to go, and I told the guys, I said, this year, I said, you might have snuck up on some people last year. You ain't doing it no more. Everybody's going to be gunning for us, so we're up for the challenge. We're ready to go.
Love it.
Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coaches Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coaches Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coaches Show started.